Hey, what's up, everyone? God, my arm. So, today's video gonna be a little more simpler. I don't want to make it too long. I want to talk about what if I never had this channel. I'm talking about this because if you think about it, this channel was made last year, and if I didn't have it, then what would we be doing? In reality, that's a question that like every YouTuber have had answered. They would say they'll do a normal job. They would be doing something, right? And I'm gonna say, yeah, that's simple. They say go back to school. And I can say for me, I would probably like finish up at least my 11th year of high school. Like finish up that, and then probably, I don't know, probably stay home for the rest of the year watching YouTube. And I guess for me, I would be less antisocial. What I mean is, when I made this channel, it helps me speak more better. So I'm talking to people outside of like out of my family, out of my friends groups. And I can see that many people don't like this type of content where you're sitting here talking about something. I get that. And yet, everyone has their own different kind of content what they like. Don't forget that when you look at it, I'm still a person behind all this stuff that you see. And I guess I could say that, like, if I never had this channel, I would say, what would we be doing? Probably figure out my life. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This is a simple answer. I'll be trying to figure out what to do. How to think about how should I figure things out on my own. And yeah, that's a double-edged sword by technically default. You could say that, and yet again, you could sit there and say all these random like clues, but in reality, people are just people. People with YouTube channels make content, and when they do, they're happy to do that. Some people are envious of others of what their goals are. Some people are envious of what they have, and I guess for me, I'm kind of in that kind of place in the back of mind, I guess. But hey, look what I got. I got people liking my content. I got people watching my content that are newer, and yes, I may yell a little more often than I should have in my past few videos. But hey, you're talking to a person who really does not care about what happens or what he says. I'm kind of like, if you say something, then you say something, but if you don't, you don't. Well, this whole video is, what if I never had the channel? If you ask me, what are we doing? Well, like I said, I'm trying to figure out what the hell I'm going to do in my own life. That's one way you could do it. You could sit there and say, oh, I could be going back to college, I could be working on a job. Yeah, that's true. You could do other things. You could still have a YouTube channel while working on a job. And yeah, that's true. You could do that. You could do that after school. You could do that a lot of things. And yet again, not everyone may see this as, for me, I see this as something like, as something kind of like a journal. Like people say, like Mudahar will say, like his channel is kind of like a journal for him. And I could say, somewhat mine is too. I could talk about topics I love to talk about. I could talk about what I want to do, what I love, about myself somewhat. Play the games I want to play, ask people what they want to see, and yet that could be an open door. Yesterday, the cooking video, I did that, and yet again, that's something that I would love people to watch. It shows of how pretty much outside of the content I normally make, this is what I do. I cook outside of my content. Sometimes, other than that, I will sit there and have fun with that. But not everyone would say that my content meant for everyone and so on and so forth. But hey, content's content, right? You could sit there and say, oh, content meant for others. Yeah, that's true. You could sit there and say, like, some of my content not meant for everyone. The gaming content, the cooking content, the the main field content. Not made for everyone. You can understand that part, right? And not made for everyone. It's kind of like the content about comic books, the content about people, the content about movies that suck ass. Like, that's just all about how I feel about this stuff. Like it helps me feel a little more social. I'm not very social since I'm kind of an antisocial person. I don't like going outside that often. I don't like talking to people outside the house or when I'm at school. I like talking to people, but I don't like doing them much often. I'll just sit at home, cook sometimes, clean, do that stuff, and see what I mean. I'm kind of like a boring person, but if I never had this channel, I would never stress it out. If this channel was never made, you would never see my views on a lot of these things about politics, comics, games, movies, and yeah. And I want to do some more personal videos about like what I have in my collections and game wise and movie wise and other stuff. So yeah, that's it for today. Everyone have a good day and make sure to help them out.